Today we're going to talk about scaling your business and some of the things that you need to do and should be implementing in your business right now in today's market to make sure that you have the ability to take advantage of, we'll call it a change or an adjustment in the market. There's a lot going on in our market right now. This is a time-sensitive topic. There's a lot of movement in mortgage interest rates. There's a lot of movement in the number of transactions that are getting done. And we just felt it timely to really dig into going back to the basics. And digging into the fundamentals of what you can do to take advantage and capitalize on the opportunities that you may not know exist in front of you right now.
Yeah, these are the things you really need to be starting to focus on, these basic fundamentals in your business. Right now is the time. Mark said it. It's very time sensitive. Not to be doom and gloom, but there's going to be some attrition in this business. And if you're not doing the right things, you may find yourself on that side of it.
Absolutely. Let's kind of walk through kind of what those are. So us as real estate professionals, there's a certain amount of market that's out there. There's only X number of transactions that are going to be done in a given year in a given market. And the more competition, the more real estate professionals that are in the business means that piece of the pie or that business is separated by more and more people. So let's talk about some of the things that we're seeing going on and why we think there's an opportunity for you to get more of the number of transactions that are being done. Let's just dig into the numbers. Typically on any given year, there is real estate agents that come in the business and come out of the business. And NAR just put out some numbers that were very, very telling. And I want to be real specific on these data, make sure that we're clear on it. On average, not on average, in 2021, there were roughly 8,200 new realtors with NAR every single month.
Coming into the business. That
doesn't take into consideration those leaving the business. That is just brand new applications of new people that weren't realtors that are now realtors. So in 2021, there were 8,200 around that number, new realtors in 2021 every single month. Mm-hmm. So fast forward 2022, January through May, the end of May, we're seeing an average of around 730 new realtors enter the business. That is a 92% decrease in the number of new people entering the business. I would argue, there's 92% less people coming into the business, and I would say there's probably more people leaving the business this year than there were in 2021. So what does that mean? There's going to be less of us professionals out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to see people leave the business. To me, as a seasoned business real estate professional, I see that as an opportunity.
Totally.
So what can we do? Get back to basics. Let's just bury our head, dig deep into it. Let's get back to basics. It is not about the shiny object. It is not about the easy button. It is not about what's the best compensation plan, the stock option, the pyramid scheme, the whatever you want to call it. This is about belly to belly, face to face, old-fashioned sales, getting into your business.
Knowledge, communication, customer service, those are the things that are going to keep you in this business.
Absolutely. And, with all the distractions and in a rising market, in a fastly rising market that we were in previously, those shiny objects are very attractive because everybody's looking for that edge and that new thing that they're going to be able to capitalize and make money. I don't know how many times I heard and saw on social media people claiming you don't even have to sell real estate to make money in real estate. Well, I'm here to argue that if you want to be a good real estate professional, you're going to have to make some sales. You're going to actually have to sell something.
It's pretty safe to say we went through some crazy times and heard some crazy stuff.
It is, and there's it's funny. We laughed about it. You saw these things, these house of cards come that being built, and in trying times, and what is probably sure to be a recessionary period, you're going to see some of the business models that were built on non-stable foundations start to crumble. So what can you do? What are some of the things that you can do to not only survive but thrive in this market?
Well, so if you're gonna, what are some of the things you can do if you're gonna leverage your systems to basically be better in the fundamentals? What are some of these fundamentals we're talking about?
Let me just go through a list of them. Okay, so we will drop these in your in the show notes and in the comments. But some of the fundamentals that you can control. You can't control the market, but you can control the fundamentals of what you do. Attitude, self-confidence, communication skills, people skills, managing your stress and worry, time management and prioritization, delegating, goal setting, enthusiasm. Did any of those things in there say anything about selling anything?
No, but they're good. They're good things to have when you're out there selling in the community, working with clients.
Absolutely. So as you're working on your fundamentals and you take these items that you can control. You have the experience. You have the real estate knowledge. You know the market. That's your job, is to know the market and understand what's going on. Now, it's very critical that you, in this time period, that you're able to then take that knowledge and effectively communicate it to your clients. So as we go down and we're looking at these things, attitude. If you get up in the morning and you're having a positive attitude and a positive outlook on life, the conversation you're going to have with the person you meet at the coffee shop that says, "How's the real estate market going?" It can go one of two ways, and you are in control of that conversation, not the other way around. The person is not in control. The person that asked you that question is not in control of that conversation, and it is going to go back to attitude and self-confidence, which, if you know what you're doing, that conversation can lead to your next sale and the next person that could lead to multiple sales for years on end.
Yeah, if you think about it, like you're walking into that coffee shop and somebody says, "Oh, hey, Mark, how you doing? Hey, how's the real estate business?" "Oh, man, it's getting crushed out there." Do you think they're going to let you, or you think they're going to want you to help them in any transaction that they're getting ready to do real estate-wise?
Absolutely.
Versus, "Hey, Mark, how's the real estate market doing? Yeah, good to see you." "Oh, man, it is fantastic out there. There's so much great stuff going on. Let me tell you about all the good things."
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
No question. It's one of those self-fulfilling prophecies. You go in with a negative attitude with conversations on something, you are going to come out with negative results.
Absolutely.
Every single solitary time. In a market, so I'm talking to those that are that have businesses that are seasoned, that have businesses that were built on strong foundations that are going to be able to weather this storm. Guys, get ready. Your business is going to increase. It might not be today, but it is going to be in the near future, that your business that you're going to do is going to rapidly increase because of just people getting out of the business. The Uncle Bobbies and the Aunt Sues that had their real estate license that sold one or two houses a year, they're not going to be able to rationalize the expenses that go along in this business. And so they're going to drop out. It's just going to happen. So your business is going to increase. Now, how are you going to deal with that? What are you going to do to be able to grab more of the business and still be able to live the life that you want to live? So it goes back down to one of the fundamentals: delegation. The ability, as you are going through this business and your business is going to increase, how are you going to be able to do more with the same resources that you have day in and day out?
Yeah, so it's taking it's taking more time. We heard today the cycle. It's taking more time to get through these transactions, and there's a little bit more work that's being done. So in order to make the money that you want to make and live that lifestyle, but yet not spend as much time, you're going to have to be able to delegate in some way.
Absolutely. One of the big things that we saw, and it's sheer luck, maybe a little bit of future looking. But one of the things that we have put into place in our office is a dedicated team of people in a system that really dives into this and puts these resources around top agents that they're not having to create these systems themselves. So they're able to really leverage highly proficient professionals that they can lean in to help run their businesses. And we've seen a dramatic increase of those that have adopted these and utilize these resources, and what their numbers look like. It's proofs in the pudding.
Yeah, and really what we've been able to do from that standpoint is we've been able to take the team concept that has really done well in our industry, and we've been able to take the team concept and form the team for the high producing agent. That way they're not managing, because let's just be honest, that takes part of your time. When you're managing the people, that takes part of your time, and you're not having to do that. Once again, delegating, and just in a different way.
Absolutely. So I mean, as a we've talked about this before in another episode, talking about who we are, looking introspectively of what makes us tick, what we like to do on a daily basis, and we know that if you don't like to do it, or it doesn't fit with who you are as a person, you're not going to consistently do those things. So why not build that team around you? Have a team with and still be able to brand yourself individually, but then you're utilizing the resources, and you're not having to be the manager. And as you said, most top producing, highly functioning salespeople are not good managers, because it's a different skill set.
Yeah.
It's super important that if you have the ability to leverage some of those systems that are out there, do it. If not, you're gonna have to figure out where to go get it, and how to bring leverage into your business, because it's going to be the key to sustainability.
Absolutely.
So as we're going through the next 12 to 18 months, Brian, what are some other things people need to be focusing on fundamentally to be able to scale their business and increase their market share?
I'll be completely honest with you. I think the biggest thing, and this is not new to this market. This is in every market. Communication. We get lazy.
Yeah.
We get completely lazy when things are going well. And if you really want to snatch up a big piece of market share, you've got to hone in on your communication skills. You've got to really be able to communicate effectively to these buyers and sellers that are out there.
No question. What this is not is scripts. What this is not is objection handling. These are good conversations with people. Our general public and our consumers and the people that are buying and selling, they're experiencing the world that we're living in just like you are, but they're experiencing it a little bit differently. But they understand what's going on. So being able to just objection handle and go down that road is not it. It's more of a pure conversation. You've got to empathize with the people. You've got to dig in deep with where they are, and figure out where you're going to add value.
Yeah, you can't just show up when a transaction's getting ready to take place and you're the hammer to hammer in the transaction. This business, you have, like you said, you got to be empathetic. You've got to have that relationship with that person. People want to work with people that they enjoy being around.
Absolutely, because if your goal is just to be the hammer, hammering that transaction in, guess what? There's a technology that'll do that, and it'll do it a lot better and more effectively, and it doesn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so if your goal is to go down that road, it's going to be there's a lot of uphill battles. There's a lot of things that are going to be in your way. So being able to hone the relationship skills is going to be key.
Yep, totally agree.
So, as the market that we're in, it's not I want to reiterate, it's not doom and gloom. It is an opportunity. It is a phenomenal ability for those that are building strong, businesses built on strong foundations. A huge opportunity to grab up market share and to take their business to another level that was not available to them just due to the sheer number of people in our business, and encourage you to focus on the fundamentals, focus on the things that you can control. You cannot control the market, but you control the conversations you're having with people about the market. And you do that, and you're going to see great, great things coming to you.
Before we get out of here, go through that list one more time for everybody.
Okay, let's go through the list. Attitude, self-confidence, communication skills, people skills, managing stress and worry, time management and prioritization, delegation, goal setting, and enthusiasm.
You guys need to try to strive in those areas as much as you can right now.
Absolutely. Guys, we will see you next time. Thanks again for tuning in.
See ya.